the Nasty Boys against Sting and Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon.
Shut your stinking face!
Well, it was the involvement of Ravishing Rick Rude at the Clash of the Champions, as we saw in our previous segment, Jess. Not only that enabled the Nasty Boys to hold on to the World Tag Team title, but certainly has stirred a lot of interest as far as bad blood between the British Bulldog and Ravishing Rick Rude is concerned.
But let's get the whole story out, Tony. You're telling a half-truth or a half-lie, whichever way you want to look at it. Go back to the Clash and remember when we first heard wind of it was back in the dressing room, correct? Well, you have no idea what was said at that point between Davey Boy Smith and Ravishing Rick Rude.
Just a challenge.
Smith may have insulted him. How do you know?
I don't.
You don't, that's right. So don't be so quick to blame Ravishing Rick Rude for all the problems.
Steamboat!
Smith may have brought it on himself that night.
Last week on this program, the Nasty Boys had some very unkind things to say to Steamboat. Thought he has been a washed-up athlete, but he is an 8-time World Tag Team Champion. They said, get any partner. He said, I got one, and look who he's got.
Well, this should be a great, great matchup, and I'll tell you what, I'll bet you if you talk to the Nasties now, they might not be so happy about the things they said to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat last week.
You're right, Sting is back in it again. Sting certainly hot after the World Tag Team Championship. Steamboat better back away, and that's exactly what he does.
Steamboat not falling for it, wouldn't let Sags entice him into that wrong corner. If you're on Steamboat's side, the right corner if you're on the Nasty side.
From the neutral position now, they go back to a neutral corner.
He's got my hand! He's got my hand!
Steamboat caught in the corner. Pounding on the back of the head.
Rude grinds his face on the top strand of that rope. Well, they don't have the name Nasty for nothing, Tony.
And they are working over Steamboat, both men now. Top wrist lock. Fans chanting Steamboat's name here, trying to get the Dragon to maybe either make a tag or at least get some sort of offense going. He started things, and of course he wanted to. Over the top. Big shot. And again. Double chop.
And the Dragon drives the Nasties out to the floor.
Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon, and Sting together. And there's Missy Hyatt. Boy, the fans and Missy and the Nasty Boys having their problems.
Well, Missy trying to get Sags back in the ring now. He better be careful. They're risking a 10 count here and a count out.
Notice how Sags holds his ground in his corner.
Well, they're smart. He's trying to see if he can. We want Sting. The chant goes up.
They almost had him, but look at Sags now. Now they're going to get him. Here he is. Double elbow, Sting and Steamboat. Together, Sting takes flight and connects with an elbow.
There's a cover.
Oh, Knobs was in and missed. Hit his own partner that time. What about that?
And you laugh about it.
Well, there you go. I mean, sometimes it's double teaming shenanigan type stuff backfires on.
You know, you play the favorite so much, Tony, sometimes.
Well, it's pretty easy to do with some guys. Here's a tag. Look at that move by Steamboat.
Good looking hip toss by Stinger and into the arm bar. And right now, the Stinger proving to be quite a problem for the World Tag Team Champions. Sags comes, I should say, Knobs comes up with a big elbow and headfirst into the buckle.
And all of a sudden, showing his ability, Brian Knobs laid it in to Sting. Arm drag, takedown. And Sting looking sharp here after his first tag in. Sting and Steamboat battling for the World Tag Team Championship right here on WCW Saturday night. Don't forget, Battle Bowl is tonight. We're approaching the time for Battle Bowl. A little bit more than an hour away now. Drop to hold, 8:30 Eastern time tonight on the hotline as well. With you before Battle Bowl, taking your phone calls on the hotline tonight at about 8 o'clock Eastern time will be Sting and the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Be sure to give the hotline a call. Nasty Boys could be on opposite teams tonight, against each other. I think they would go after each other. They have that demeanor, they don't care.
Huh. For all we know, we could swap these four right here.
Right.
You could end up with Steamboat and Knobs and Sting and Sags. What a deal that would be.
What a deal is right.
Who'd get Missy?
Who'd want her? A shot to the head. And again, look at this, toe to toe. And Steamboat holding on, which Steamboat, with a great martial arts background he has plenty of great karate, chops, judo moves. Fans are chanting for Sting again. And Steamboat may be able to engineer a tag here.
That's got to be a little disheartening for Steamboat, don't you think? He's in there winning the match and the idiots and the fans are yelling for Sting.
Well, that's a good point. Forearm shot, knife edge. Over the top. Nobody there. Steamboat waiting, arm drags him down again. Jerry Sags getting a little sideways here.
Sags threatening to go up on that neutral buckle, but thought twice about it. There's a tag, here comes a stinger.
Sting back in. Steamboat holds, great double team maneuver there. Steamboat and Sting looking sharp here after the World Tag Team Championship. The battle goes on. Drop toe hold. And Sting holding on here. Battle Bowl tonight exclusively on pay-per-view at 8:30 Eastern time. We'll be live at the Pensacola Civic Center. For you fans who can't make it down to Pensacola, the Civic Center, you can watch it in your own home, live as it happens.
Who will get the ring, Tony? We're mere hours away of finding out.
Sting won the first one. You saw just a week ago our special on Sting, the first Battle Bowl champion. The Great Muta won it last year. Great Japanese athlete who will be the champion this year, the third annual Battle Bowl. Tag. Van Sting up on top, down on the arm. We have to take a break. The tape machines are rolling. We'll show you if anything happens on instant replay, but if not, stay with us. More on Saturday night. We are back on Saturday night, the night of Battle Bowl, and the fight continues for the World Tag Team Championship. Steamboat, the legal man in, and we've got all four going at it now, Jess.
Well, Steamboat and Sags are the legal men in the ring, and Steamboat just hit Sags and drove him out to the floor. And Steamboat's following him out.
There goes Steamboat after Sags, and there's Missy Hyatt.
The race is on. We got a horse race outside the ring. Call it, Tony.
There goes Missy around the far post into the near post. Oh, Steamboat! The trailing horse gets decked in this horse race.
Knobs caught him when he wasn't looking, and he dropped Steamboat outside on the floor.
Wow. Steamboat. I think Steamboat's still the legal man. He is. There goes the count on the outside.
You know, it's fun to watch Missy run around the ring. She almost knocks herself out.
Up on top now. Big slap. And Sting now checking on his partner here. A warning from Randy Anderson. Sting being sent to his corner. Meanwhile, Ricky Steamboat in trouble. Major trouble here. Boy, the Nasty Boys taking every advantage possible. They got the advantage in our last Clash of the Champions thanks to one ravishing Rick Rude.
And there you see how smart Knobs was. He goes over and gets into a jawing match with Stinger, gets the referee over there, and Sags boots Steamboat in the head.
Steamboat dragging Knobs on the outside. Steamboat finally gets back in the ring, trying to make a tag, reaching for Sting, but doesn't get there. And now the double team of the World Tag Team Champions here. Battle Bowl, 8:30 tonight, Eastern Time, exclusively on pay-per-view. We'll be there along with Mean Gene Okerlund. You know who I understand is going to assist Mean Gene Okerlund in pulling the names?
Who?
Fifi.
Fifi?
Tonight. Can you imagine Mean Gene?
No, I expected that. It's about all she's good for.
Yeah, wait a second.
You know, she's been Flair's arm piece. I guess she could be Mean Gene's arm piece. She's a good cleaner. You think she'll polish that top of his head for him?
I don't know.
I'll bet he'll be shining.
Tag. Into the midsection. Desperately needs a tag, and the fans want Steamboat to make that tag. Two, big clothesline.
Oh, Steamboat got tagged all right. He got tagged by Sags. I should say Knobs.
One of the Nasty Boys, and Knobs trying to hold Steamboat off here. You can see putting himself between Steamboat and the corner.
Stinger hoping to get that tag, but a little handful of tights gets Steamboat into the wrong corner. If you're on his side, the right side if you're a Nasty Boy.
A knee. And now the abdominal stretch.
And he's got it hooked in pretty well. And look how smart Knobs is. Sneaks around that other side, gives him that little added leverage. Referee don't see nothing. Here comes Stinger. He's complaining about it. You think the ref's gonna believe him? Nah.
And a switch on the other end. There was not a tag.
But there could have been. They're close enough. There's a tag right there, Tony. Look at, they're tagging. That's a delayed tag.
Yeah, boy, is it ever. And they won't let go. And
Well,
now Sting.
That's because the ref questioned the first one.
Here's a tag. That was legal. Referee saw that. And here we go. And in the interim here, Steamboat getting knocked around and beaten around here.
He's getting his bell rung. Whoa! But he had enough left to throw a big boot into Sags' face. Sags trying to go over, and he does get the tag to Knobs. And then is smart enough to grab Steamboat by the boot so he can't get across to tag the Stinger.
Elbow in the back of the head.
Look at that! Steamboat took a swing and missy.
How about that?
How about that? You condone that? She didn't do nothing.
Sting trying to rally the fans behind the Steamer here. And the Dragon.
There's a
He
tag.
made it. Now Sting, the legal. Wait a minute. You could hear that, not only see it.
That don't count, Tony. You can't call what you hear.
There's a line in that one somewhere. I don't know where it is. Into the ropes, an elbow. Well, the Nasty Boys teaming together for the World Tag title, but as we said tonight at Battle Bowl, may be on opposite teams.
Just like me, Tony, I got 20/20 hearing.
Yeah, I know you do. You hear what you want. Fans are rallying behind, calling Steamboat's name right now.
And a nice kick out there by Steamboat. He's got enough left to get out of the pinning position.
Whoa, Steamboat with a counter it over. A tag.
There's Knobs with another tag and a smart move. Grabs the leg, holds Steamboat. Here's Sags in the ring, setting him up for a suplex.
Got him over, a vertical suplex. And a stomp right on the chest. On the throat now. Look at the boot right on the chin and the throat of Steamboat.
And again, another legal tag by the Nasties.
Snaps him over. And a pickup and a slam.
That's it! That's it!
Well, this may be it.
Finish!
It ain't it till you pin them.
The Nasty Boys may be going for it here. Well, it's not their move. Usually it's a power slam and the big elbow. But it's Knobs up on top. He was going for a big splash, wasted too much time, and Steamboat got the foot up.
Well, we know one thing, Tony, that wasn't it.
You're right. Can Steamboat make a tag? Tag on one end. Whoa. Sting got nailed. Steamboat with a clothesline.
He ducked out of the way of Knobs, who got whipped into him by Sags, and came out and hit Sags with the clothesline. Can he make the tag? Yes!
Sting! The legal man picks up one and another.
The Nasty Boys both groggy in the ring. Catches him with a flying clothesline. But Knobs is in there to throw him off of Sags. All four are in now, Tony. Who's legal?
It's Sting and Sags on opposite corners now. Sting and Knobs are in the left corner. Here we go, the exchange. The Nasty Boy's gonna get a drop kick. Here goes Sting. He's got it. Scorpion Deathlock coming up here.
There's Ravishing Rick Rude to the rescue.
Again, Rude. And that's gonna call for the disqualification. Again, Rude saves the Nasty Boys. Pounding on Sting now.
Ravishing Rick Rude to the rescue of the Nasty Boys, as Tony said for the second time. Here comes the Nature Boy.
Ric Flair is in. Ric Flair after Rick Rude. Sending the Nasty Boys down. Flair, Steamboat, Sting together. Fans, we are out of time.